What is up, Grandest and Granddad? Just you got a Black Abstract. You're locked in once again, and I appreciate you for it. So, Summer Walker released her new album titled Still Get Over It. Listen, this is a 20-track opus. Got a couple skits in there. Features Ari Lennox, Pharrell Williams, SZA, Lil Durk, JT from City Girls. We got Cardi B and Sierra on Sierra's Prayer and the opener Bitter with Cardi B. So the song opens up with the track Bitter with a narration by Cardi B. And listen, let's get to the producers of this track or the project before we even get started. A lot of people were worried because, as you know, London on the Track was the sole producer of Over It, which came out in 2019. Her debut album, and you know they were in a relationship. They had a kid together, and I guess the relationship was rocky. So a lot of people were curious as to how she was going to be and what direction she was going on this particular project, being as though they weren't together anymore. And with the debut of the single featuring JT, it was a complete 360 from what she was normally used to doing. You know what I'm saying? And the track had to grow on me. It did grow on me a little bit. Still not my favorite, and it's probably the least favorite on this album. So let's get into the producers. Surprisingly, on this album, we see a lot of London on the Track, and thank God. I just want to say that. Thank God. We see London on the Track. We see Sean Garrett on this project as well. Producer named Booby. We also got the Neptunes, Ninth Wonder. I see Sean Garrett a lot. This guy Booby a lot, and just a bunch of Slim Wave, a bunch of in betweens as well. So a lot of these tracks have a lot of collab producers where everybody's just putting their input, and that's how our last project was. So it was London on the Track. You know, he might start it and then somebody add something here or there. So it's good to see that. So is the album good? Let's be honest. Yeah, this. I'm not gonna say I didn't want to like it. I just was like everybody else. What is it gonna be? And man, oh man, oh man, is this project a ride, and a good one at that. Starts off with Bitter, narrated by Cardi B, produced by London on the Track, Sean Garrett, and others. And man, this is the way you start a damn album. And that narration by Cardi B, just being her, steps it up a little bit. X for a Reason with JT, we heard that already. No Love with SZA, great track, great collaboration between these two, man. I didn't know how this was going to end up or be, and I love it. It do slow down a little bit in pacing with some of the songs. Throwaway was decent. I feel like Reciprocate was decent. You Don't Know Me was great. Circus was great. Insane probably right now is my favorite song on the album, and that's produced by my boy London. I ain't gonna say my boy London. Hold on, I ain't trying to get canceled out here. But the fact that she names London by name on this track, London, are you fucking this bitch? Now she feel like she came up. Just the honesty with this project too. I was very impressed by it. Obviously, we love our entertainers when they go through stuff, especially an entertainer like a Summer Walker's, a Mary J. Blige, because they're one of them entertainers that leave their emotions on their sleeve, and we know it's going to resonate in the music. So when a lot of people heard that she was coming out with this project and they knew she was going through stuff with London, they were hoping that it would be resonated. Now, we didn't know how it would be resonated with because London is our main producer. So I don't know if they did these songs prior, but if she's saying his name on certain tracks, it had to be done. So, and I think it's just one of them things. You put the music to this professional and personal life to the side. You know, professional is professional, personal is personal. And they said that's how Dallas, Austin, and Chili was, because, you know, they had a kid or baby together. And that's how Creep came about, the song Creep, because she was like, yo, I should creep, because that's what Dallas Austin was doing, because he wasn't really serious about the relationship. Anyway, yeah, Insane, probably as of right now, is one of my favorite tracks, second being, and I'm going to get to that, Constant BS, another good song. Switching Nigga Out, great song. Unloyal with Ari Lennox. Ooh, those horns. When you hear that, very soulful track. Great collaboration again. Just Ari Lennox and Summer Walker in a room. Great. Closure, Toxic, featuring Lil Durk. Decent song. Closure was okay. Jonta Austin has some writing in it, I see. He's a legendary writer in the game that been around for a while. That right there with Pharrell Williams, I was wondering how that was going to work out. That track actually turned out very good. And my other favorite track on this album features none other than Mr. Omarion himself. It's called Screwing. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. This is by far my favorite. This is the track I played the most so far. I love this track, man. Everything about it, the beat, how Summer rides it, how Omarion comes in on the track. I'm like, man, this is great. Listen, I cannot do it. There's no way I could do a video without my phone ringing. It's impossible. My phone rings constantly 80 times a day, and it's never exception. You'd think I'd turn it off, but if I turn the ringer off, I'm gonna forget to turn it on, and I'm gonna miss out on some bread. So it is what it is. But yeah, Screwing, man. I love that. London on the Track did this. Camper, Tone Deaf, Sean Garrett. It's good to see Sean Garrett back in the fold of things. I see that on her album, she was using the chick that wrote "Is It Bad, Babe?" It never made Tiana. I forget her name. But it's good to see like people we saw in the forefront at one point are still behind the scenes, killing it, doing a thing. One person that was absent from this album, who I wanted to see, that we all know and love their collaborations, was Party Next Door. But hey, he didn't make it. But nonetheless, great LP. Broken Promises is a decent song as well. Session 33, I didn't have a problem with. Fourth Baby Mama with Sean Garrett singing. I believe that was Sean Garrett singing. Funny as hell, and then it leads into the song. And I guess she's talking about herself. Obviously, she's the fourth baby mama. And I remember she was saying, I believe this is the track, she was talking about how London's mom kind of lets shit go by the wayside because London pampers her and buys her stuff. So she kind of overlooks the fact that her son is a piece of shit. I'm like, man, listen, talk about vulnerability and just leaving it all out there on the line. This is what separates a good artist from a great artist, and you gotta have that vulnerability, especially when she doesn't have the range, as I say, like a Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston. But what she makes for in that is her vulnerability and the fact that how she layers her tracks, and she knows how to inflict those emotions in her tracks. Kudos to Summer Walker, man. This is gonna be great music I can listen to after I get my surgery today. So, granted everything goes right, I'm excited, man. I'm excited and I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her. Like, she was a little sister that I watched growing up, and she finally doing her thing. So let me know what you guys think of it. And I rate everything with mics. So out of 5 mics, I'm gonna give this a solid 4.5. Listen to it a little bit more. Obviously, it's gonna grow on me. I think it could possibly make it to 5, but so far, right out the gate, just listening to it, great project. I have nothing bad to say about this. Only thing I'll say is it gets kind of slow at moments, but that's Summer. She makes slow music, so I would say that. And maybe some of the songs probably could have been cut. It could have been cut down a little bit, but if she's going to go another 2 years without releasing a project, I'd rather she just give it all to us at one time. Post your comments below. Let me know what you think about the project. Did you mess with it? Did you not mess with it? Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's rock out. Peace.